What's up everyone, it's Sendoh, and last night Counter-Strike received yet another update. This one mainly focuses on fixing some of the bugs from the last patch, but there are also some pretty interesting things to talk about. Valve finally clarified how the pricing system of the new case works, and some users got so lucky that they managed to pull the top tier skins in StatTrak Factory New. But when they checked the price, their excitement instantly turned into disappointment, because Valve is asking a staggering $1,500 plus for the best skin in the case. Obviously, the community has reacted strongly. There's simply no logic in Valve charging $1,500 for a single skin, or even $500 plus for others. It's not the same thing as paying $2 for a key and pulling something rare, compared to being forced to dump thousands of dollars in Steam balance for one skin. So today we're going to break this down, because it's now confirmed that all these prices will fluctuate depending on player demand. But before we dive in, here's a quick word from today's sponsor. Tired of your skins and want to sell them? Or maybe you're looking to upgrade your inventory? Well, today's video is sponsored by SkinFlow, a skin marketplace where you can sell your entire inventory in just a few clicks. Simply select your skins, choose your payment method, and that's it. Once the trade hold ends, you'll receive your payout instantly. And if you use the code sendoh, you'll get an extra 2% bonus on your inventory valuation. But don't worry if selling isn't your thing. SkinFlow also offers a skin trading system with a massive stock. Make sure to check out SkinFlow. Let's start with today's patch notes. Because of loot box regulations in Belgium, the Netherlands and France, the Genesis terminals couldn't be opened yet. Now, apparently the relevant authorities in each country have given the green light, and they're finally accessible. In many countries there was also a bug where trying to buy a skin from the tablet simply didn't work. You couldn't add funds or purchase anything. That's now fixed and should work worldwide. Speaking of skins, after more than a month, they finally fixed the positioning of the name tag and StatTrak counter on Shadow Daggers. As for community maps, new functions and parameters were added to make scripting easier. In case you missed it, the last update introduced the scripting support for maps, minigames, adventure maps, and much more. And of course, this also opens the door for Valve to bring back operation missions like in the old days. Finally, there are more tweaks to subtick. Movement acceleration timing has been improved, which should make overall movement feel a bit smoother. Of course, this will need testing to confirm. Now onto the real controversy. With this patch, even though it wasn't directly mentioned in the notes, there's now a disclaimer in the tablet next to skin prices. Prices are global and depend on player demand. If a skin is highly desired, its price will go up. If no one wants it, the price will drop. I don't know why some people are saying the opposite, that if a skin sells a lot, the price should go down. That's not how markets work. The basic rule of supply and demand is, if demand is high and supply can't keep up, prices rise. If supply is high but demand is low, prices drop. And here's the problem, who in their right mind would pay $1,500 straight out of the case for a red skin in StatTrak Factory New? Maybe someone thinks they can flip it for $3,000 next week, but I highly doubt that. The logical expectation is that these insanely overpriced skins will drop significantly over the next few weeks until they hit a more reasonable value. Still, the concept of this case leaves a lot to be desired. Sure, it's nice that you get 5 free chances each week to roll for skins without paying upfront. If you like one and it fits your budget, you can buy it. But let's be real, this is just a clever workaround to dodge loot box and gambling regulations. They've built a system where you're not forced to buy anything. You see your possible drops first, and then you decide. But the starting prices for these items are insane. Dropping a StatTrak skin for over $1,500 is just absurd. In other games like League of Legends, when Riot released a $500 skin, the community went ballistic. But here, for some strange reason, people are acting like it's normal to spend an entire month's salary on a golden AK skin that honestly looks more like something out of Valorant. Of course, we all know CS2 already has skins worth thousands of dollars, but those prices are decided organically by the community, demand, supply, and history. That's not Valve's doing. But in this case, it's entirely different. Valve themselves are setting the starting prices, factoring in float and demand. Yes, when a new case drops, the best skins often list for over $1,000, but the actual cost of pulling them was still just a $2 key, not $1,500 in Steam balance. Expecting someone else to buy it for even more the following week is unrealistic. Since prices now fluctuate with demand, it's obvious these top-tier skins will eventually drop, but the worrying part is, Valve knows there will always be someone willing to drop thousands of dollars instantly. Honestly, I hope this type of case is just a regulatory workaround, that they'll refresh the tablet collections from time to time, but also release more affordable sets for the general public. It's true that some skins aren't that badly priced. For example, I grabbed the AWP in minimal wear for 11 euros, which isn't crazy, but overall Valve is clearly experimenting with more aggressive ways to squeeze money from players. First it was $2 keys, then operations, then the Armory Pass, and now direct sales of skins for $500 to $1,500. And that's worrying, especially since it doesn't always translate into better game quality. Yes, they just updated the anti-cheat, and in my recent 27,000 elo games I didn't run into any blatant cheaters. But CS2 still needs way more improvements in terms of content and game modes. We'll see how these case prices evolve, but I really hope this is not the future of CS2. That's all for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm Sendoh and I'll see you next time. Also, if you want to sell your Counter-Strike skins, check out this video from SkinFlow.